There is power and wisdom in listening to your husband and following his lead. Let me tell you a story. I remember years ago, that's very early part of my marriage, when I just got married, right? And I took in, I was pregnant, I was so sick, very sick. So I had to resign my job. I had to plead with my employer that I would not be able to continue because, of course, I couldn't be in and out every other day. I felt it wasn't nice and it didn't tell well of me. So I had to resign. And then I was home, I put to bed. And then within a few months, took in again for my second baby. So it was hectic. I just couldn't return back to work. And so I had to speak with my husband and I pleaded with him. I told him I really needed to do something. Of course, I may not be able to go back to work, but I needed to do something to be bringing in funds, at least to support as well financially. And then he asked me what I wanted to do, and I told him that I would love to do business. And then he said, I said I wanted to get a space for my business. He said no, that I can't have a space for a business I'm just starting for the first time. That what he can do is offer me the house, so I can use the house. So when he's gone to work, I use the house for the business. Before he gets back, everything should have been arranged up and put back in order. I didn't think this was going to fly. I didn't think this was going to work. But you know what? I wanted to work. So I didn't want us to argue or have any reason why he would say, you know what, don't do it anymore. So I had to agree. And I told him, okay. So I went ahead to start the business. I remember what my friends used to tell me. Marian, you're so intelligent. I mean, you finished with a good grade. Why are you subjecting yourself to just being at home, nurturing your babies? Get a good job. I mean, you studied a very wonderful course. Yet you're at home and all of that. So I had to explain to them. I told them my husband didn't want me to do anything that would take me outside of the house for, some very obvious reasons. My children were very tender. So taking them to crèche or maybe having to hire a nanny will be extra income again. And as at then, we were still trying to find our feet. And so they said, you don't know who men are. If your husband gets used to this, you are going to suffer. He definitely doesn't want you to interact. He doesn't want you to go out. He doesn't want you to grow and be independent. That's why he's keeping you in the house. A lot of them disagreed with my husband and they felt he was not doing it for my good or in my favor. But I insisted on following him and just letting it be. I'm not sure he has ever disappointed me. I mean, it was the early part of my marriage. I didn't have a reason to doubt, so I decided to go with him. I just want to say something to everyone who is listening to me today. That business that started in the house that looked like there was no future. How would you start this kind of business in the house? It's the same business these friends of mine now use as a point of contact. You are trying to talk to people, encourage them. They will always tell you, look at Marian, 16 years ago, she started her business. She started it in the comfort of her sitting room, of her home. And today, look at how God has blessed her. I want to say this to you. God has blessed me and blessed my business. Yes, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm definitely not where I started from. I'm definitely not where I'm coming from. And I want to say this to encourage every woman. Don't be distracted. Sometimes it's not as it seems. Your husband is doing it for your good. He has thought about a lot of things. As at then, he was thinking of me, thinking of the children, thinking of the extra cost. We didn't have a car, so going out every day, coming back, and all the stress that would be on me, and then eventually fall back on him was what he was thinking about. And today, thankfully, I thank God every day that I didn't say no to what he proposed, because if I had done that, I probably would not be where I am today. I want to encourage every woman listening to me, especially the young ones. You're just coming into marriage. Your friends are telling you, they are discouraging you that your husband is trying to box you up. Your husband doesn't want you to grow. Your husband doesn't want you to, go beyond him. He doesn't want you to grow beyond him. He doesn't want you to get to where you want to go, to. I want to encourage you that that's not always true. Your husband wants the best for you. He knows how exactly he wants his home to be run. Trust his leadership. If you could trust him in the first place to be able to accept his proposal of marriage, then nothing stops you from trusting him to the end. I hope this helps you.